I did it last week. I did remember. Okay. This week, we play in the world of hugging the midline. Go ahead on in, close this. Oh, the other Lynn comes today too. All right, Connie, at home, you need to have a magic circle. If you don't, just pretend. And then if you have like a little pillow. If y'all can lie down and just hug your ankle bones together, I just want to see what pillow you're going to need today. Just hug those ankle bones together. Let's see. Try green. There you go. Hug those ankle bones. We'll give you a squishy big one. So it's the malleoli. I always think of ravioli. You want a big guy? Okay. That's it. Ankle bone hug. You get this guy. I'm gonna smush him in there. Schmuggle. Schmuggle is not a real word. I made it up kind of. I'm gonna let you put that there. Okay, go ahead and hug your ankle bones. Yeah, we're gonna give you this guy. So you're gonna soften your knees so they don't hyperextend. And then these ankle bones are gonna hug. Yeah, you feel that connection? Okay, you can relax now because we'll be hugging like crazy. And there you go. I feel like I'm a kindergarten teacher or like delivering little gifts. Okay, Lynn gets a green one by default. Okay, so go ahead and sit yourselves up. I'll give you you two will find if you come to class, I always talk. I can't help it. I love Pilates and I want you to understand some of the nuances of it because it makes, you get your money's worth, like you get more out of the work if you understand what we're doing. So with the magic circle and the pillow, we're going to be working on the cue of hugging the midline, okay? Midline is the line that separates you from left and right sides, the line of the spine. You know, if you're into yoga, it's your sashimi line, something like that. Sashimi, I think that's fish, but something like that. I don't teach yoga, but it's the midline. And when we hug, there's a secondary energy in Pilates that opposes the hug, okay? So we're gonna be hugging the midline with the arms, with the ribs, with the legs, and then we're also, to work the back body side, gonna be wrapping against the hug of the midline. So it's a really cool sensation. Feels like you're being asked to go left and go right at the same time. So then you start to really work. You start to get that shake, okay? So I'm gonna have you lie down to start, knees bent and feet flat. Okay, nice. And feet can separate. I know some of you are like, oh, you gave me this pillow, I have to keep it. You can put it to the side for right now and just have your feet hip socket distance and arms by your side. Nice. Just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, down the spine. Exhale, invite the bones to be heavy. Breathe in through the nose. Feel how your ribs expand in 3 directions because you are a 3D creature, okay? As you exhale, the pelvis gets heavy, the breastbone softens. Breathe in through the nose, feel the rib cage expand. Your lungs live in there. Exhale, pelvis gets heavy, breastbone softens. Maybe your throat releases as a result. One more, breathing in through the nose, feel the ribs expand. As you exhale, heavy pelvis, breastbone softens, throat releases, okay? Now continue that breath. This time, breathe in down the spine tube. Imagine breathing down your spine tube, like a thermometer rises. Imagine that image going down the spine. And then exhale, the air travels up the spine tube, out the nose or the mouth. As you breathe in, invite the breath down all the way into the pelvis. Hold. Exhale. In the wake of the breath, the bones get heavy. Okay? Let's do one more. Breathe in through the nose, down the spine tube, into the pelvis. There's some 3D expansion. Hold the breath. Exhale. The pelvis gets heavy in the wake of the breath. The throat lets go. Okay, opening the eyes if they were closed, reach the fingertips towards your heels. So on the floor, maybe even pressing into the mat, and bring your chin to your chest, curling your head off the mat. Now you're looking down at your own abs. Good. See if you can curl up just a little bit higher. And while you do that, Sadie, reach your fingertips towards your heels. So it's an active stretch. Good. Take a big breath into your back. Exhale, watch your waistline shrink. Pull in as you breathe out. Pull in, pull in, pull in. Reach those fingertips a little further. One more, breathe into your back. Exhale, press your palms into the mat and then lower the shoulders back down, the head, throat lengthens, and you release. Breathe in before you move. Exhale, fern curl, head off the mat. chin to chest, and fingertips reach towards your heels actively. Now, curl the pelvis under so you flatten your low back, and then do the opposite. Reach your tail feathers away. Nice. It's like you're letting your pelvis drop. Curl the pelvis under again. You'll be flattening your low back, and then let the pelvis go. Reach. Good, good, good. One more big inhale. Curl the pelvis under. That's it, Ed. Nice. Lynn, drop the pelvis heavy, AKA the opposite of tucking. Lower the shoulders and the head all the way down. Just a thumbs up if you could feel your abdominals doing something. Okay, just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. Okay, fantastic. Go ahead now, lengthen your legs straight out and put the pillow between your ankle bones. So not the heels. And Connie, my dear, if you can tilt the camera down so I can, if you want some feedback, you don't have to take it. But you could be eating Doritos under that video line. I'd never know. So if you want to shift it down, I'll know what's up. Okay. When I first started teaching on Zoom, it was pre-COVID. It was like 2015 I started. And I did a little video about setting up your camera angles because it's one of the harder things to do. And I did this spoof where I was like, you scan down and I'm just eating chips. So you could be doing anything. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate you. Okay, so here's the deal. You are going to hug the midline with your legs. You're going to squeeze the legs together. And as a result, you'll be squeezing that pillow. Okay? Yeah, good. Flex your feet. Think of the pinky toe side coming to you, and you are hugging the legs together. Beautiful. And for you, my dear dancers, you too can press your heels down into the mat. Okay? Good. If you also hyperextend in your knees, push your heels down into the mat. Okay, arms to the ceiling. Good. Fern curl. Lift your head, chin to chest, and look down at your toes. Good. Now press your palms down to the mat and push into the mat and hug that pillow actively. That should create a sense of work, like, oh, I'm doing something. Keep hugging, keep curling. Take a big inhale. Exhale, 3 things, everyone. Hug your legs, press your heels down, and pull your ribs in. One more big inhale. Exhale, pull the abs in, and everyone lengthen your legs towards the front of the room. Yeah, good. Unfurl, lower the shoulders and the head back down. Release the hug. Big inhale. Exhale, we hug again. Hug the midline, fern curl, head off the mat, reach. Good. Palms face down, press down, smush me fingers. Good. You're going to turn your palms press down right now. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, 3 things. Hug the pillow, lengthen, and pull your abs against that length. Then you start to shake. One more big inhale. Hugging. Exhale, press your heels down, Sadie, and deepen your abs 2. Good. Hugging that pillow. 1, lengthening the legs, and then you lower your shoulders and your head all the way down and release. Okay. Now the psychodrama begins. Hug the pillow, hug your legs, and do not let the pressure get off that pillow. As you do that, wrap or try to wrap your thighs away from each other. Okay? So what I'll witness is absolutely nothing. I won't see anything change. But what you're going to feel turn on are the glutes along with the inner thighs. They're already on because you're hugging. So hug that pillow. Hug it. Maybe you could hug it a little more, maybe like 10%. Okay, now fern curl, chin to chest, curl up. Here comes the psychodrama. You're hugging, and then I'm asking you to wrap. And what should turn on are the back body muscles. Kind of feeling that a smidge? A little bit? Good. Now start to pump the arms and breathe in through the nose for 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe into the back. As you breathe out, witness your waistline shrink. Just 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out, hugging, deepening your abs. 1 more. Breathe into your back. Breathe everything out for 3. Keep lengthening 2. Keep hugging and wrapping 1. Lower the shoulders and the head down and release. Okay, so bend your knees now, and let's place the circle on the outside of the thighs. We'll start there. And so, Connie, you're just going to use a really good imagination. Or if you have a resist-a-band hanging out, you can tie that around the thighs. Okay? You can also use your own hands. Go ahead and put your legs fully through it like you're almost setting up for a hula hoop. There you go. Okay, so feet are flat on the mat. Okay, arms reach long towards the heels and then press down in the mat. Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, so it's already torture, so might as well add a cushion to it. Okay, so make sure the cushion is on the outside of the thighs. Okay, right. So now let's go back to that pelvic tilt. So curl your pelvis under. And then drop the pelvis heavy. Yeah, very good. And then curling the pelvis under. That's you moving your spinal column. Okay? And then the pelvis drops heavy. Just so you know, go ahead and tuck again. When you tuck like this, you change the house for the femur head. The femur head sits in the socket, and when you move the socket, it changes that relationship. Okay? Drop your pelvis heavy. So to teach healthy spines, you can't tuck, or else the angle's off and you load your back. So tuck just one more time. It's a safe way to tuck because you're not loading. But when we work, it's here. Drop your pelvis heavy. That's you long. Your spine is long and has space. Now, wrap the thighs out into the circle. This is a light press. This is not like a gym abduction machine. This is just a light twist, and it wakes up deeper muscles. Release the wrap on the circle, okay? So we go again. It's an external rotation, AKA wrapping the thighs. See if you can lengthen your tail feathers just a smidge while you do that. Yep. Good. Good. So there's a little energy in that circle, and then you release. Okay. I'm going to be in all your little spaces. If you don't want me there, just kind of shoo me away. Okay. So you're going to wrap here. So there's a light pressure in the circle. Good. And then just feel it without the tuck. Good. So you're wrapping and release. One more time, a little more wrap and a little less press. Good. Yeah. So it feels like an energetic press versus like a death muscle press. Good. Holding there. Nice. And you're just dropping the tailbone heavy. Yeah. Good. Good. Now hold that connection of wrapping out and push the insides of your feet down into the mat. And then release those two engagements. Okay. Connect the inside of the foot to the mat and then try to wrap the thighs out against that. Okay. So there's subtle opposition. And release. Let's do the feet first. Connect the inside of the foot. I'm going to invite this foot to be a little narrower. Good. So kind of smush my hands here. I'm sorry, they're cold. Yeah. And then as you hold that, you try to wrap the thighs. Good. Hold that. Curl the head up off the mat, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. Pelvis doesn't go anywhere because you're awesome and strong. Now start to pump vigorously, breathing in for 5, and Ed, pump a little higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, drop your tail feathers heavy. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. One more time, breathe in, active, vigorous, and exhale. Shrink that waistline, 2, 1. Hold. Can you lengthen your tail feathers a little further? Beautiful. Unfurl, lower the head and shoulders all the way down. Relax. Okay, so take the circle out. And you place the pillow between your ankles again, and we're going to use the circle in the upper body now. Straighten the legs all the way out. I think since the Olympics this year, I've really realized how important upper body, upper core strength is imperative to back health, okay? And I think of the ring gymnasts, wow, and the way they lift up, right? Wow. And they're not lifting with their arms. They're connected to their core, and that's how they lift their whole body weight, okay? So when we use the circle, I need you to channel your inner Olympian, okay? Your ring gymnast that lives within all of us, okay? I just made that up. I don't know if you have a ring gymnast in you, but we're going to try. So you're going to hug that pillow actively with the ankle bones. Good. And Ed, I'm going to steal Lynn's pillow and give you a second one just to give you a little more help. Okay, so you're hugging the midline. Actively. The feet stay parallel. This is what's tricky about it. And flex your feet. You're going to keep your feet parallel while you hug, and then you will wrap against that, but the toes will not go into V right now. You're really trying to work against yourself. Okay? So you've got this active lower half. Now bring the circle to your chest, and the fingers are all together, and the base of the palm is on the circle. Your elbows go out wide, like you're trying to elbow bump your buddies, because you're all in this together. Okay, community building right here, all struggling. Okay, so we hug the circle and breathe out. And go ahead and lengthen your fingers long. Good. Inhale, release. The circle remains a circle. Exhale, hug lightly, deepen your ribs deeply. Inhale, release. Exhale. So a little hug on the circle, but a big hug in your core. Pull the ribs together. Nice, Teresa. Inhale. Exhale, hug the circle. Are you still hugging your pillow and are you still wrapping? Good. Now keep that little hug. Lengthen the arms to the ceiling. Can you get your fingertips to touch the ceiling while keeping your elbows turned out to your partners? That is the same mechanics of what's happening in your lower body. You are lengthening and hugging while wrapping. So keep turning those elbows out. Now keep the circle there. Big inhale. Exhale, hug the circle lightly, deepen your ribs deeply. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, think this is like an internal rotation, but you'll keep your pinky side on the circle. That's what's tough. Like, how do I do that? This is going left and going right. So bend your elbows just a little bit right now. Think of it that way. And then as you exhale, smush me finger and try to turn your elbows out to the side. Yes, that. Good. One more big inhale. Exhale, everything's hugging. Sadie, lengthen your arms a little bit more to the ceiling. And now everyone, pull the circle down towards your thighs, curling your head up off the mat. Now press that circle actively into your thighs. So you're going to smush me fingers right here. Good, good, good. Now stay there. Big inhale. Exhale, as you press down into the circle, plug the scapula on the back. Good. And get that. Oh, there's that shake. Good. I'm proud of you. Big inhale, hugging here, flexing. Exhale. So smush my finger with that circle and deepen your abs. Good. You're going to plug these shoulder blades on your back. See if you can plug that away from your ears. Yes. Good. One more big inhale. Exhale, hug the circle with the pinky side of your palm too. If you're shaking, you get 300 extra bonus points. Go ahead and lower your shoulders and your head. They're not redeemable for anything, but bragging rights. Okay. That's it. Okay. So bring yourselves up gracefully and flip over onto your front. We're going to continue this quest to strengthen the upper body. And by upper body, I mean upper core. Your arms are extensions of that. All right. I want you to go on hands and knees for a moment. Circle can be off to the side. Now watch me real quick because I want your brain and your body to make this connection. I will be asking you to push the floor away from you as you round your spine. This is the same exact thing I just asked you to do. I asked you to reach your fingertips to the ceiling and pull your ribs in. So it's the same thing, just upside down. Okay, so bring your knees underneath your navel and hands just in line with your chest. Now push the floor away from you and pull your rib cage to the ceiling as much as you can. So what I'm witnessing is all the space between your scapula. So can you, I don't mean your space here, but pull up even more. There's your throat, sorry. Pull this bone up and let your head fall as a result. So you are actively not wanting to be around this floor. That's gorgeous. Look at this, beautiful. So you're pushing the floor away. You don't like it. Let your head fall. Now keep pushing the floor away and then plug your shoulder blades away from your ears. I'll just say, plug the shoulder blades. Yeah, good. Go ahead and arch your back to just stretch for a minute. Feet are flexed because we're about to add in. Exhale, push the floor away from you and plug your shoulders. All right, ring gymnasts, we are not going to load our wrists because they're too tiny of a joint. You're going to load your shoulder girdle. So float your knees just off the mat, just like a centimeter. Plug those shoulder blades, keep pulling those ribs deep. Beautiful. All right, Anne, I'm going to be in your space here. Pull the ribs up on this side a little bit more. Good. And then plug this shoulder blade. Nice. Now, as you stay pulled up, your knees are going to hover just above my hand without crushing me. No pressure, right? Your first time in class. Come down a little bit further. Hold that for 3. Keep pulling the ribs up 2. Lower the knees down. Everyone arch your back for a moment. And a real quick thing I want you to witness. You all are doing it, which is great. I just want to commend you and then show you what I'm proud of. When you all are rounded and you plug, you are plugging this way versus plugging this way. And that's awesome. So you're not plugging towards each other, you're plugging down. Okay, let's try it one more time because I know you're all, man, I really want to do this again. Okay, so push the floor away from you, let your head drop and pull your rib cage to the ceiling. And you're going to invite this left side behind the heart to the ceiling a little more. Yeah, really push through that side. Good. Now, when you're ready, plug those scapula and then pull the knees just off the floor. You're literally just hovering them. They're hanging from your lifted core. Keep pulling the heart back into my hand for 4. Good, those knees are just hovering too. You could add a little plug there. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Good. 1, lower the knees down, lift your chin, your chest. And as you look ahead, just let me know, could you feel that? Should have felt like just work, you know? Okay, give the wrist a little break. And then we're gonna come down to our second round of upper core building today. And the circle is gonna go right below the belly button. And for the record, this is all prepping you. It's just prep for you to do your Pilates today, okay? This isn't even Pilates yet. We're just working on the principles. So when you are in this position, your elbow is just behind the line of the shoulder blade, in line with the chest. And your abs are most definitely running into the circle. Okay, we won't be here for long. Now lift your head up. And can you squeeze the circle with your elbows? Just find that. Now pull your abs just off the circle so it's not so uncomfortable. So that's just the start. Now we actually do the work. Press your fists into the mat. This should start to create some shape. Pressing your fists, pull your ribs away from the floor. And then finally, we lift our hips and we pull our abs as far away from the floor as possible. How far away can your navel be from the floor while your knees are on the floor? Good. Yes, see if you can pull here more. Now, hug that circle like you mean business. Like what? How do I even do that? Okay, keep pulling up, keep pulling up. Can you smush me fingers? Can you smush me fingers there between two? Lower down and relax for a minute. If that isn't hard, talk to me after class because I don't know what to do for you. Okay, but what usually goes is the elbow hugging, right? That is very difficult, and that is where all the strength is going to come from for you to live your ring gymnast dreams, okay? You got to hug to recruit serratus and the right muscles. So let's get that set first. Those elbows come in, bring your fists a little wider and your elbows a little narrower. Nice, Anne. Yeah, you could bring your fist even a little wider. Yes, good. Now just lift your abs off the circle just to get you out of that discomfort. Now squeeze your circle, press your fists down actively and lift your abs and your hips completely away from the floor. How high can your spine get away from that floor? Good. Keep hugging that circle. Squish me fingers. Yeah, very good. 4, squeezing 3. Good. Pulling your abdominals into my hand 2. Good. Now, can you plug the scapula on your back? Yes. 1. Nice, Lynn. Hold there. Abs deep. I said 1, and then I make you hold it a little longer. I'm sorry. Go down and relax. You can sit back and stretch. That's the intensity of like when we're 100 and we're lifted and we're pumping. It's like, can I plug and hug the midline with my arms? You just hug the midline with your elbows. I want that for the whole session today. I'll try and remember to ask you for it because it's hard to remember to do. Okay, how are we all feeling? Warmer? Okay, fantastic. All right, let's get back to some Pilates now. So let's place the pillow between the ankle bones. Okay. The other fantastic thing, when you really get the strength to plug, this becomes the support system for this massive skull. And the neck doesn't do so much, which is usually an issue in Pilates, right? The neck doing so much. So if you do feel too much in the neck, see if you can plug your shoulders and alleviate that. If not, you can always bring your hands for a quick reprieve. Okay, but otherwise it's unplugging and that's the support system. Okay, hug your pillow all the way down. Okay. Ankle bones. So not heels, a little different than how we sometimes work, right? Flex your heels actively, which means toes come to you. You're hugging the pillow. I'm going to get this up a little bit higher so it's there. Good. You're pressing your heels down and you're lengthening your legs through your heels. Beautiful. Arms to the ceiling. Good. Curl the head up off the mat. Now, right, look down at your own ankles and be like, am I being honest? Am I hugging? Because I probably could hug more. So you hug and then you wrap against your hug and that wakes up the back body. Press the arms down actively. Nice, Connie, palms face the floor and start to pump vigorously. Breathe into the back and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3. Beautiful. And out. Good. Hugging right there. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Last one because you've done a bunch today. And exhale everything. 3, 2. Now keep hugging. Keep your hold. Press the palms into the mat. Lower your head and shoulders down. Grab your circle and reach it to the ceiling between the base of the palms. Okay. Turn the elbows out so you look like a ballerina. Nice, Teresa. Keep turning out a little more. Yes. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale, 3 things. Just pull the circle to your thighs, hug the pillow between the ankles, and plug your shoulders on your back. Inhale. Exhale. Could you curl up 1 more inch, deepening your abs, reaching, and press that circle, Teresa, into your thighs. Good. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, unfurl, lowering all the way down. Now, right away, if you realize, oh, I can't roll up holding onto this circle, I want you to put the circle to the side and use your hands on the mat. Okay? Otherwise, you have the circle, and we all work really hard. Okay, hug your pillow. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale, press the circle down and roll up off the mat for roll up. For 3, rolling 2. And if you're like, I can't do it, I can go here. And then we stretch. Now, drop your head through the window of your arms. 3 things. Hug your pillow while wrapping. Plug your shoulders while hugging the circle. So that's like 4 things. Now, lift out of your low back and come back to the mat for 4. Plug your shoulders, 3. Breathing out as you hug, 2. Cameron, press those heels down for extra credit, 1. All the way down. Inhale, lift the head. Hug your circle, fingers long. And exhale, hug from your core and roll up, breathing out for 3. Good. Nice, Lynn. Turn those elbows out, 2. Proud of you. Good. Fingers long and turn those elbows out. Yeah, let your head fall and let your elbows soften and let your head drop. Good. So you're going to take these elbows and bend them. And then, yeah, there you go. Let your head drop. Now hug the pillow, hug the circle, and everyone lift out of your low backs. Yeah. And then you go back to the mat for 4. Good. Plugging your shoulders, 3. This looks great. And reach your arms to me a little bit more, 2. Hugging right there, 1. It's going to help that outside of the hip. This strength you're building is great. We do 1 more. This is hard work. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, hug and roll up. Press the circle down to help you. And breathing's going to help you. Especially important to release the pressure in the torso. Good. Let the head fall. Now hug that pillow, Sadie, and flex your pinkies. Inhale, lift out of your low backs. Exhale, hug, and go back for 3. Plugging your shoulder blades, 2. Yes, you're right there, Sarah. Find space in your sacrum and L5. Just lift out of that space. There you are. Now you can go back. Now your back is safe. All the way down and release. Y'all are awesome. How are we doing? Hard work, right? Shaky. Yeah, shaky. There's a post on the Pilates page yesterday about shake. So yeah, it's a good spot. You want to have that feedback, okay? All right, bring the circle back to your heart. Hug your pillow. So when we do leg circles, you're still hugging the midline, even when we take a leg away. So right now, hug that pillow actively. Feel how the muscles turn on in your body. And then release that hug. Okay? We do it again. Nice, my dear. Hug those ankle bones. Hug your pillow. Good. Now, as you hug your pillow, draw the right knee into you. AKA lift your right knee. AKA tabletop your right knee. AKA this. Yes, whatever you're doing is this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, now what's tough is you took one of your props away. You don't have anything to hug into anymore. But can you still hug that standing leg, that left leg towards your midline? Flex that foot because that is your standing leg. Lower the right leg back down. Now you've got your prop again. The pillow might have fallen. It's fine. Hug your ankle bones towards each other, AKA hug the midline. And now draw the left leg towards you. Uh-oh, we lost a prop. But can you still hug the midline with that right leg? Okay? And then extend the left leg out and they connect again. Hugging the midline. What makes you an advanced student is you being able to feel those connections when we take a prop away. Can you still feel the hug? All right, so now keep hugging your ankle bones. Hug your circle, elbows wide. Okay, now reach that circle to the ceiling as you pull your abs in. No one has a hand available, but just a little thumbs up, wiggly of the fingers if you can feel your abs. There it is. Okay, release your ab work, release the hug, bring the circle back to your chest. I want to make sure that you feel it, even though you're not air quote crunching, right? Can you feel your abs just when you're straight? Hug the pillow, hug the circle, and lengthen those arms, deepening your abdominal muscles. And that's gorgeous, beautiful. You got it, Sadie. Now, can you lengthen through the arms a smidge more to loosen up some neck tension? Good. Now you're hugging everything. Let's get a little deeper. Press the circle to your thighs, curl your head and shoulders up. Everything is hugging, not only the front body, but the back body. Hold on to that. Lengthen your femurs, Cameron, a smidge. There, good. Now, you hold on to this sensation, lower the head back down, and the arms go right back to the ceiling. All right, leg circles. Draw the right leg up, still hugging the midline. If you want to work with a straight leg, extend it and turn it out. We circle to the left first. Go across to the left, down, out to the right. Exhale, pull in and across, down, out, right. Exhale, pull. Nice, Connie. Now, as you breathe out, knit those ribs to the floor and plug your shoulders. One more, cross and down. Exhale, pull up, change direction. Go out right and down. Exhale and pull up. I'm very proud of you. Keep hugging from here. Imagine I put a little magic circle there. That's what you're hugging. Good. Last two, up, down. Are you still hugging the midline? Up, one more, go right and down. Exhale and pull up, lower the leg down, relax for a moment. The moments are short, okay? So let it go, enjoy it. Go ahead and bring the circle down, Ed, let the arms kind of reset, okay? Great question. Yes, that's your standing leg. So I teach this once in a blue moon. I'm like, all right, fancy pantses, look so good on the floor. Let's try it standing, right? And that foot is standing. So it's a, it's a flat, it's reflecting that you're standing on it. Long answer, but yes, flex the bottom foot. Okay, so circle is back at the chest. Hug your ankle bones towards each other, into each other if they touch, and flex your feet. Good. Now hug your circle and lengthen those arms to the ceiling. Fingers long, so I know your arms are not trying to do your core work for you. You're hugging from the rib cage. Now, pull the circle to your thighs as you curl your head up off the mat. Just kicking props everywhere. Now, lengthen through your elbows a smidge more, turn out, and everyone in the room plug those shoulders on the back. Beautiful. Keep hugging, and then the head goes down, but you're holding on to the intensity. Good. Yeah, lengthen your femur, Sadie. There, good. Circle floats, and then float the left leg up. If it's straight, you turn it out, and we go across to the right. And down, out to the left. Exhale, go the other way, Teresa. So go towards Anne. There you go. Down, out left. Exhale, pull, and across. Down, out left. Exhale, pull. Flexing your right foot. And pull. One more. It's like dodging helicopters always. You're going to lengthen here. Now change direction. Good. So your hug is happening from here. Exhale, and pull up and out. Down. Exhale and pull up. Last two. Keep those ribs stable, Sadie. Don't let that leg pull you into its drama. One more. You're stable and your leg is challenging you. Exhale and pull up. Lower the leg all the way down. Relax all the joints for a minute. I'm always like sighing like I've done it. I've done nothing. You guys have done all the work, but I'm feeling you. Okay, so let's try a roll up with our circle. Hug the ankle bones. Hug the midline. Reach your circle with engagement, right? Oh, my abs are working. And Lynn, turn those elbows out. It's like a softening of the joint. Think of it that way. That's much better. Now, lift the head. Big inhale. Yeah, Teresa, you got it. Exhale. Pull the circle down, rolling up. Hugging, hugging, hugging. Yes, using your training wheels if you need. Coming all the way up, 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 up. And then release for a moment. Good. Okay, rolling like a ball. So scoot your hips forward towards your heels. Let's do the pillow too, because we can. All right. So you're gonna grab your little pillow and it's gonna go between the heels. It's the first time today I've let you do Pilates V. So Pilates V is a beginner pose. It helps us feel the wrap a little easier. Okay. But the V is only fist distance. Okay, so, but not what I call the sickling the foot. You want your feet to be flexed. So it's in between the ball of the foot. Yes, that's better. And that puts the hip in some integrity. Okay, so we've got that. And then we grab our circle because I'm just feeling a little silly today. Okay, so your circle is out in front. Now, I'm going to come here so you can see me, Lynn, as well. You've got a couple connection points. So Connie, your pillow's out in front of you. Your thighs are pressing into your own arms. with the elbows turned out, okay? So you've got this connection. Oh, I'm pushing into my arms, and then release that, okay? Again, press the thighs into your arms and then hug your pillow with your heels. Should start to turn on some stuff. And then release. One more time, squeeze between your heels, the pillow, and then press your thighs into your arms. Now we schmuggle back until we can lift our feet. Okay, next challenge. What? Oh my gosh. Shaking already. I love you guys. You're the best. Okay, so you're hugging the circle and we inhale, rock back. We exhale, rock up. And do we still have our pillow? Do we still have our circle? And sometimes no, right? Inhale, rock back and rock up. Now, you could take the circle away and hold on to your thighs if you'd like. Yeah, give yourself some more space and continue. Inhale back, exhale up. Good, and then we separate. That's gonna put the energy where it belongs. Good, fingers long. Inhale, rock back. Exhale up, and Lynn at the top. See if you can push your thighs into your arms. Woo, one more, rock back. Coming up, nice, Sadie. Now lift out of your sacrum and lengthen those arms a little further. Yes, one more. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, come up. I'm so proud of this class. Hold it at the top. Now, extra, little bit of credit. Extend the arms and lift out of your sacrums. Now, hold here or try to extend the legs, squeezing your little pillow. What is happening, right? It's hard work. And then you lower with length. 3, don't hold your breath. 2, breathe everything out. 1, release the head back. Let everything go for a minute. Yeah. Oh, y'all are going to hunker down for the next few days and you have earned it by doing all this work, okay? All right, so where do I want to put you all next? Let's do a little stability work here. So let's put the circle on the outside of the knees again. Okay. Kind of, if you're used to the classical method, like our stomach massage or our stomach series or ab series would happen now, this is going to kind of take the place of that. Let's put this up a little bit there. Okay. So your pelvis is heavy right now. Just, Lynn, you have mastered the art of dropping the tailbone. I love it. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so the tailbone is just heavy. You wrap the thighs lightly into the circle. And what I actually want you to feel with that cue is that, oh, there's some space for my psoas, some space for my groin, okay? That area of your body. Inhale, release. And Sadie, separate your feet a smidge more. As you exhale, just wrap the thighs. You'll feel a light connection to the circle, and your tailbone is heavy, okay? And that's giving you space between your pubic bone and your leg bone. It's great. We get very crowded in there, kind of collapse in there, okay? Relax. Push the inside of the foot down to the mat. Good. And once again, I'm going to invite this foot in a little bit, and then you'll wrap out while pressing on the inside of the foot, which is tough to do both. That's the asking you to go left and go right, yeah? And then release. Push on the inside of the foot and then wrap the thigh bone out. You're hugging the midline with the inside of your foot. Beautiful. Good question. See if you can keep it stable. It shouldn't tuck. It'll want to, but see if you can keep it down. Yeah, great question. Okay, now stack your palms behind your skull. And elbows will reach to the ceiling. Your head is still down, and you noticed even with my elbows close to my face, my throat is not crunched. I'm still very long. So lift your shoulders and head in one unit off the floor. Okay, your pelvis might want to tuck to you, but you know better than that now. Okay, so stay there without a left-right wiggle, my dear. And as you exhale, knit the ribs, lift higher. Drop your pelvis heavy. Good. We stay there. Big inhale. Exhale. Press the feet inside, side down, and wrap your thighs. Stay lifted. Inhale. Maybe release that connection a little. Then exhale. Inside of the foot presses as you wrap your thighs out. Beautiful. And just see if you can find a smidge. There it is. Big inhale. And then I ask you to lift from here. Exhale. Wrapping while pressing on the insides of the foot. 2, throat nice and long, Sadie. It's not a crunch. Drop your tail feathers a smidge. There. And then lower everything down and release. Okay, now place the circle on the inside of the thighs, just above the knee. Okay. This one's a little bit different. Now, you separate your feet and your knees so the circle remains a circle. It doesn't ever turn into an oval. I always say this is not a thigh master, okay? It's not that era Suzanne Summers stuff, you know? If you're even old enough to know what that is. Cameron, do you know what that is? I have no clue. Has no clue. Okay. You've heard me mention her before. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you say it to your class, you're like, wait, who actually can, I taught the college class for a while, and I would talk about Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid, you know, I'm like, oh, this is training you for life, you know. They're like, I have no idea what is happening right now. So yeah, Suzanne Summers, she had this thigh master thing. You're not squeezing it. You are hugging it lightly. Jane Fonda did other stuff, but Suzanne Summers had the thigh master. Yeah. Yes. You have one, right? Okay. Yeah, they do. They'll work your inner thighs. Bring your feet, Sadie, on the mat. So the feet are there, but the circle remains wide. So let it go a little bit wider, Sarah. It's literally just hovering. That in and of itself might cause a little bit of work. Yeah. There it is. Good. And it's because I love you, you know, you're shaking. It's a good thing. I don't want you to suffer, but it's a sign that things are working. Okay, so here's how this works. Exhale, hug the circle lightly while knitting. I'm going to say it anatomically, your SI joints towards each other. Now, if you don't know where that is, I'm going to point to it and walk by. Okay, so you inhale, release. Two things happening at once, always in Pilates. You hug the circle from the front body lightly, but then you knit your SI joints from the back. Okay? We're stabilizing the pelvis with this. Okay, so inhale, release. Exhale, good. The lightest hug here. And then you feel like you're knitting back. So you should feel kind of work going on all in this lower half. Good. Inhale, release. Nice. As you exhale, the lightest of hugs, you won't tuck. Don't tuck. Don't tuck. Drop your tail feathers and knit. So those two things are happening. So you don't tuck. You're just like hugging both sides. Inhale, release. This is a little more advanced, but we keep teaching it. It sinks in. Exhale. I'm going to shift this up and so it's off the joint. Okay, so hug the circle lightly and then feel like your SI joints are becoming really stable. They're like knitting together. One more big inhale. Exhale. Hug lightly. And Lynn, bring your feet a little narrower. Yeah. Now hold there. Stack the hands behind the head. Inhale, release the hug on the circle. Exhale, hug the circle, knitting the back. So drop your tail feathers, Sarah, a smidge. And everyone curl or lift the shoulders off the mat. Good. Inhale. Exhale, two things. Drop your tail feathers and hug the circle lightly. Stay lifted. Inhale, release the hug. Exhale, keep your tail feathers dropped and hug the circle lightly. Yeah, you're creating space. One more inhale, stay lifted. Exhale, tail feathers stay dropped. Hug the circle, lift your shoulders, Teresa, a little bit higher. There you go, keeping the tail feathers dropped. Now hold there, plug your shoulders. Right femur, let's go. It unhugs. Exhale, hug the right femur in. Inhale, release the right femur. Throat long, Ed. Exhale, hug, plugging the shoulders away from your ears. One more. Inhale, release the right femur. Exhale, right femur hugs. You got it, Lynn. Plug those scapula on your back. Yeah. Now left femur opens. Exhale, you hug. Your tail feathers are heavy. Two more. Right femur opens. Good. Nice. Knitting. Exhale, left femur hugs. One more time. Left femur opens. Gives you some insight to your sides. Exhale, left femur hug. Lift your shoulders and just a smidge. Good. Lower everything down. I'm going to use Cameron here as a model. Bring your knees together and just knees together. And then just place the circle there, pressing out as a counter stretch. Okay. Pressing out. Let the pelvis drop. Now, this last one in the ab series is crisscross. I expect this part of you, I have expectations now, we're that familiar with each other. This isn't going to move. What's going to move is the rib cage twisting and the legs hugging the midline as they come in. It's going to look like an old school ab exercise, okay? And then you're going to put some Pilates in it. So circle goes off to the side. You got no props now. Straighten the legs all the way out on the floor. Hug the midline. Whoop! Hands stacked behind the skull. Throat stays long. Now, I want to see some active hugging. Those ankle bones loving each other, okay? Flex the feet today. So that's going to be your standing leg. And then lift, curl your shoulders and head up off the mat. Good. Beautiful, beautiful. Lift. Twist to the right and breathe everything out as you draw that right knee in. So you're all twisted this way and you're hugging the midline with your left leg. Inhale, come center, right leg goes down, find the other ankle bone. Exhale, twist to the left. Wring out your lungs, breathe everything out. 2, lengthen your right femur, Sadie, through your right heel. Like AKA push it to the floor. Yeah. Inhale, come center. Twist to the right and breathe out. So this leg's gonna come in. So it's like you're lengthening. This doesn't hike up. So it's gonna keep you nice and long versus crunching. Inhale, come center. Hug the midline. Keep your shoulders lifted. Twist to the left. Breathe out. Good. So right there, lengthen. That's going to keep you from crunching. Keep lengthening through this thigh. Yep. Inhale, come center. You stay lifted. You come through the center. One more each way. Twist to the right. Wring out your lungs. Yeah, you, Sarah, reach to that left femur. Yeah, very good. Inhale, come center. Hug the midline. Twist to the left. Breathe everything out for 3. Now hug that midline, Miss Teresa, with that right leg. Get that right leg underneath you. There you go. Come center, lower everything down and release. That were awesome. Very good. Yeah.
And then lengthening my femur at the same time.
Okay, you either feel it like you can feel it if you're here.
I'm gonna feel my butt, then I'm gonna engage my femur in a way that doesn't feel well, but I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, we play with this. Go ahead and scoot. Make sure your heels are on the mat just so it's a little less torturous. Okay. We're gonna find our bums here. Go ahead and put the pillow back between your ankles. And you don't all be mad at Sadie because she asked this question. I was going to do this with you anyways, okay? Maybe not quite like this, but it's okay. It's right on. It's like you read my mind. You knew what I was going to do next. Okay, so you're hugging. Go ahead and put that in the ankle bones. So I actually want you to recognize how to engage your glutes. They're tough to get sometimes, okay? Hamstrings take over. Okay, so yeah. So go ahead and like let everything chill for a minute. Now hug the midline. So that's going to wake up inner thighs. It might wake up a little bit of the bum, but keep hugging and now wrap your thighs. Okay, that's going to wake up the bum a little more. But now pay attention to your bum area and push your heels down into the floor. That should also wake it up. Okay, that's hip extension. You wake up, the way the glutes fire is when you extend your hip. Okay, when you press your heels down into the floor and you wrap, that's working on extending the hip open. So when I'm asking you, now what's tough is, reach your arms to the ceiling, everyone. Okay, now lift your head and shoulders. Stack the hands behind the head. This eventually is what gets you to be advanced. You are able to feel your glute even when you bend the knee. What? Okay, try. So you're bending the knee and you say, can I keep my glute engaged on that side? And all of a sudden it's awesome and controlled and looks gorgeous and slow, but it's okay. Okay, and then you press that leg back out. That's going to tell you how far your knee can come in. Try the other side. Hug your midline and draw the other leg in, still trying to feel that sensation of your tush. Curl your shoulders up, Teresa, just a smidge more. Good. The minute you lose sensation, you stop. Then your pelvis stops being stable. Okay, lengthen, lower the leg, lower the head and shoulders, and release. Does that make sense? Sweet. Super hard to do. I very rarely teach it because it's so hard. It's like keep your glutes engaged while you bend your knee. It's the opposite, but you did it. So extra credit, everyone. Okay.
That interface, like what I'm thinking of like the pelvic floor as like the center point where those two contractions would.
Yes, I love that.
It's impossible to do that what we just did without keeping your pelvic floor.
Yes, high five, Cameron. Always, Cameron's a chiropractor, by the way, a fantastic one. So I love when he speaks because it's like brilliant wisdom. But yes, he's saying essentially like you wrapping and hugging, everything's meeting right where the pelvic floor is. And that's like a center lifting point. Now, I don't want you like kegeling up. Like I don't want you consciously kegeling, but it will engage those muscles around it to keep you really stable down there. It's awesome. All awesome. Pilates is so awesome. Okay, flip over onto your front facing me. Okay. Just to get everyone in their right muscles, I want you to put your right hand under your abs and your rib bones. So it's not just soft tissue. You're up where the rib bones are. Okay? And your other hand's underneath your forehead. Okay? Breathe in through the nose. Good question. Palm up. Yeah, unless the shoulder doesn't like that, but I think it'll like that more than turning it the other way. As you exhale, let your chest be heavy. And let the shoulder just release. Yeah. You okay with that? Good. So you're breathing into the back of your heart. And as you exhale, nothing moves other than you engaging your abs and taking the rib bone weight off your hand. So you're pulling the abs in. Good. Inhale into the back. As you exhale, you pull your abdominals in and you feel like you're taking some weight off that hand. Let's switch which hands underneath the abs and ribs. Okay, the other one goes underneath the forehead. So your bones are dead weight. Tiffany, see if your right elbow can come a smidge wider so that shoulder can drop a little more. Your other right. Yeah, there you go. Breathe into the back. As you exhale, knit and pull the body weight off that hand. Good. Big inhale. You too. See if this elbow can come a little wider. And as you exhale, the bones are heavy, but you're pulling your abs in. Good. One more. You too, my dear. Lengthen your chin and bring this elbow out a little bit wider. There you go. And then as you exhale, you just knit the abdominals. So I came around to all of you. You all pulled your abdominals up and off. Connie, I'm assuming you know what's up. You look great. Okay, Tiffany, assuming you got it too. All right. Bring the circle now onto your bum and turn your head to the left. So you're facing this way. So it's going to look like this. Now, Connie, you at home, you're going to put your hand on the side of your thigh. You're going to push into yourself. Okay? All right. So your head's turned this way. Now, your palms find the pads. Fingers are together and long. There's no grabbing the circle. There's just touching the circle. Okay? Big inhale. Exhale. Pull your abdominals in. Feel that. Big inhale. Next, we layer. Exhale, pull the abs in, turn your head, nose kissing the mat, and hug the circle lightly with the base of the palm. You stay there. Big inhale. Exhale, pull your abs deep and hug the circle lightly with the base of the palm. One more big inhale. Exhale, pull your abs in. Now your nose stays on the mat. Can you lengthen the circle towards your heels? Isn't it weird how you shake? This was the inspiration for Strangely Hard t-shirt. Go ahead and lower, turn your head to the right and release. I see your glasses. I will not step on them. Okay? So nice big inhale. Exhale, just hang out there for a minute and pull your abs in. Big inhale. This time, exhale, pull in, turn your nose, your head, so your nose kisses the mat. Fingers long. Next, exhale. Hug the circle with the base of the palm, not your fingers, but the base of the palm. Good. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. You got it. Now you're hugging here. Now, can you lengthen the circle towards your feet? Yeah. Good. Welcome to your deep shoulder muscles. One more big inhale. Exhale. Keep lengthening if you can. Can you lengthen a little more out of that elbow? 3. Deepening 2. Proud of you. 1, lower everything down and relax. Isn't that weird? Love it. Go ahead and bring yourselves up. So just a little understanding of the mechanics here. Your body will do what you ask of it. If you're asked to hold yourself upright, it will compensate like crazy to get you up there. Now, as a kid, you don't compensate. You play and you move your spine a ton. So when you lift up, you lift up and the bones are stacked like in that gorgeous picture. Over time, we do things differently. We start to carry ourselves this way. So something has to work to hold us upright. Okay, and we usually work a lot here. Same thing with the shoulders. The deep muscles that pull your shoulder blades back usually don't even know they exist. And so we pull our shoulders back by doing something like this. And when you're on the floor, you know what? I ask you to pull your ribs away. So you can't crowbar to get your shoulders back. You have to use the muscles. So all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, welcome to your shoulder girdle. So that's why it's so effective, because you're not allowed to compensate. The floor doesn't let you. It's really neat. Okay, so I know you all are like, yeah, so excited about that as much as Elaine is. So cool. Okay, so bring yourselves down onto your mat this way. We'll do one more lying down and then we'll flip over to finish. Okay, I know you're lying down, but grab your pillow and place it between your heels so you have a Pilates V action going again. Okay? So you're squeezing the pillow with the inside of your heel. So not the ankle bones, it's the inside of the heel. So squeeze and hug. You're already wrapped, so you'll feel your glutes, and then lightly press your heels into the floor. Inhale, lift your head, look towards your toes. Exhale, pull the circle to your thighs and start rolling up. Continue rolling up. Keep pushing your heels down. Good. Once we get to the top, this time we lift our spines. Okay? Now, draw your heels in like a frog. Okay? This is like part 2. Part 3, you either stay at part 2 or part 3, you lift your feet off the floor. Okay? Hug your circle and pull your ribs in deeply. Now plug your shoulders, try to extend the legs out. Breathing. And then we draw the legs back in. Okay? Hugging, plugging, all the things. We try 2 more if you'd like. You press. Pull your ribs in, and your shoulder blades are reaching towards your fingers. Inhale, draw back in. We plug, 1 more exhale. Hug your circle so your ring gymnast muscles help support this extension. Good. Draw the knees in. Pull the circle down. We roll back. We roll up. Roll back. Yeah, grab behind the thighs if the circle's not an option. Beautiful. 1 more, rock back. Rock up. Beautiful. Feet go down, put the circle down, and flip over onto your hands and knees. Now this last one, this setup's not the most comfortable, but it does make a point. You're gonna have your hands just wider than your mat, and the pad of the circle goes right at the breastbone. Again, not super comfortable, but it's worth it. Okay, so elbows turn out. So you're trying to elbow bump your buddies, and knees, feet, ankles together. Bend your elbows and put some of your body weight on that circle. And then extend, push through the arms and pull your ribs away from the circle. 1 more, bend the elbows, hold here. Can you plug your shoulder blades on your back? And then as you press, you pull your ribs away from the circle. Hold, keep your abs pulled in, straighten your right leg back on the toes, straighten your left leg back on the toes. We do 3 push-ups. Bend your elbows, big inhale. Plug your shoulders, exhale, pull your ribs off that circle. 2 more, inhale, bend, plug, exhale, pull your ribs off that circle. What? 1 more, inhale, plug those scapula, exhale, can you pull your breastbone away? Pull it up, bend the knees, sink back in child's pose. We stole this from yoga. I don't think Joseph Pilates ever let anyone rest, so we just steal this. Okay, bring yourself to your hands and knees, and now feet hip socket distance. You will pike your hips up. It will look like down dog, but you are pulling your rib cage as far away from the floor as possible. Lift. Now walk your feet towards your hands with straight knees. Find a Pilates V, and then bend your knees until you can scooch back and take pressure off your hands. Now take a moment, wrap the thighs, running the heels into each other. Pull your ribs far away from the floor as you start to roll up, but you're pulling in to do this. So we do not load the low back. We're pulling in and we're hugging from the bottom. Rolling up. By the time you get to the top, you feel your glutes because your heels are hugging. Your abdominals have turned on, and the shoulders roll back and just rest on top of your gorgeous stacked bones. Y'all are finished. That was awesome. Very nice work. Very good. Now I have clean towels here. I just haven't folded them yet. So you can grab from here, and spray bottles are here. And thank you for playing. You guys were great. That was awesome. You did it. Woohoo. Woo. Ba-ba-ba. I can't stay today.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yes. But some surprising news, I'm moving to your side of town.
You are?
We are.
Yeah.
Wasn't even planning on it. I know, we're moving, we're gonna be right on the corner of Elm Bend and Park Ave. So in between, like, you know where you can turn to two. Is she?
She's in those apartments.
Might be across the street from her then, maybe.
Yeah, she's, when you're like going on that weird intersection up Elm Bend,
Uh-huh.
those apartments over to the right.
The right, yeah.
that's
Oh,
her
yeah.
house.
We're right across. And what
Perfect.
transpired,
That's great.
Nettie was like, on Friday, she's like, Mom, I'm getting to be a big girl. I'm gonna sleep in my room. And I was like, awesome, okay. I wasn't ready for it, but I was like, okay. And so she's in her room, she's doing this little checklist, two things. She's doing a little undies and she's making a checklist of all the things she needs in her bed and her stuffies. And I took a picture of her and sent it to my parents saying like, you know, Nettie's sleeping in her bed. But the backdrop of it is their insanely crowded bedroom. Bedroom that's later. My dad's like, he sent me a Zillow listing. He's like, go check this out. And I was like, Dad, I can't afford any of this. And he's like, we're gonna help you out. He's like, then we have a place to stay. So we're all renting this house. It is a house. Like you guys can come over. Like people can come visit and they'll be able to stay there when they visit.
Yeah.
But it like I wasn't planning on it at all.
Feels so good to have a guest room.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you have it now,
Yeah,
right?
guest room, bathroom on the main floor. for each one. So-
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I was saying, we're moving into a house.
Where?
We're, off Elm Bend. You know the road, there's Park Avenue and 276 and that three-way intersection by Brevard Elementary and Boys and Girls Club. So
Over
right
there?
around that corner. Yeah, and
Not too far.
yeah, no,
Not really out of town.
no. But I was telling, you'll appreciate the story, Sadie, too. My daughter, you know, Nettie, she was like, I want to sleep in my own bed. And so she's like setting up her, Manny and her share a room, but she never sleeps in there. She sleeps with me.
Right.
But we pulled out the trundle bed and she's setting up all her stuff. And the picture is so crowded. Those are clean. Those dirty ones go over there. Okay. Yes. Thank you for coming, by the way. Yeah, it was great having you.
Like private?
Once in a while, our studio's set up as, you know, groups, but anyone who's new or coming back, we can do a private. And then once in a blue moon, I'll do privates if they want a bit of personal feedback. But then you get in the group and that's where you work on that stuff. Yeah. But we do 3 group equipments as well. So yeah. But yeah, just message me if you want to book something and we'll get you in. Yeah, be awesome. Thanks for coming. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's good.
Great.
Good group.
Yeah.
But I was telling, we're gonna rent a house because we can't afford to buy a house, but we're renting a bigger house. And so
Awesome.
we're gonna have a house, like
Like a house.
I can have people come in the house and it's like, but
Barbecues.
I know. Like you can actually like, we'll probably have a couch. We might even have a table. We're gonna have an actual house, but it all transpired. Like I wasn't looking, like was not in the headspace. And I sent my parents a picture of Nettie wanting to sleep in her own bed. And the backdrop is just their room. It is so crowded. It is because it's all their toys. And then you pull the trundle bed out. There is no room. There's no more room. It's just bed. And so my mom's like, is Manny sleeping in there too? And I was like, yes. And 10 minutes later, my dad sent me a Zillow listing. He's like, why don't you want to check this out? And I was like, Dad, I can't afford any of this. He's like, we'll help you. He's like, and so they're going to stay with us when they visit and everything. So we're renting. It was a for sale listing,
Cool.
Gabby's father-in-law or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, it all transpired in like 18 hours. I think it was like 9 p.m. on a Friday.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm glad for now. And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah. Tell me. One day, interest rates starting to drop, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, I'll see.
And Jen loves you, by the way. I'm so glad you helped her. You've got her house now. Yeah, right?
Yeah, they're gonna, we got her house in town, and then they're gonna list their house.
Yes, with you, right?
Round Mountain, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, I'm glad that. And I'm glad you're back in
I
here.
have a house.
I
Okay.
just thought of you, but now you're in a nice
Oh,
big
yeah,
rental.
yeah, I can do cartwheels. And I
Yeah,
can
you
put my
can do
arms
cartwheels.
like this and like I have space. Right now I'm in a really tiny house and it's worked, but my kids are 6 and 8 now and we're all just like,
Yeah. And they
I
keep
think
getting
our
bigger.
relationship will be even better. You know, I love them to death, but you're just like on top of each other.
Yeah, you need
And we have
space.
one bathroom, you know, and Manny's like 8. He wants to read his little book in there, you know? So it'll be nice.
Neat,
But
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Need a timer.
Yeah, I know.
You're right.
Exactly. It was great to have you.
Thank you. That was excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
If I get a chance to do a machine class, equipment class, what would you recommend?
Have you done equipment before?
I've done it before, but it's been a long time.
Okay. When you did it in the past, did you do a lot or was it like just 1 or 2?
Probably, I've probably done 10
10 sessions.
Okay, so even though you haven't done it in a long time, it's sort of like riding a bike, like like we wouldn't have to teach you, this is the reformer, you know, you're beyond that stage. There's a Monday, 1 PM, but how long are you in town for?
Just this week and next week.
Next week? Let's go look at the schedule real quick and see if there's anything. The other thing we could do, actually, let me grab this computer, is possibly get you in for a private, like me and Tiffany teach, and then we have Aleshka as well, and we've just all been teaching forever. You can't really tell us apart, like we all blonde and teaching Pilates. All right, let me turn this. Oh God, this is still recording. I forgot.